Hello, you're tuned in to Word Power, the podcast where we learn new English words every day.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm Zia, and I'm super excited for today's deep dive into something truly fundamental to who we are.
And I'm Jane. If you tuned into episode 4, where we talked all about emotional intelligence, you'll know we touched on understanding ourselves and others. Today, we're actually building on that foundation, looking at the positive traits that really shape our character and influence our interactions.
Exactly. We're calling this episode Character Building, the Power of Positive Traits. We've got 7 incredible qualities to discuss, and for each, we'll not only explain what they mean and why they're important, but also give you some tips on pronunciation and spelling.
It's like a mini masterclass in both life skills and linguistics. First up, a trait I think is just foundational to everything: integrity. Zia, kick us off.
Absolutely. Integrity. Let's start with how to say it. Integrity. The stress is on that second syllable, teg. Say it with me. Integrity. It means being honest and having strong moral principles, doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's about consistency between your values and your actions.
That's such a powerful concept, isn't it? It's not just about what you say, but what you do. I remember a story about a kid who found a wallet full of cash, no ID, and still turned it into the police. That's integrity in action.
A perfect example, and it ties so well into emotional intelligence because it requires self-awareness of your own values and self-regulation to act according to them, especially when it's difficult. For spelling integrity, it's Integrity. Remember that G sound isn't G, it's card, like get. And it ends in irity, which is a common suffix for abstract nouns.
Great tip. Moving on, a trait that often goes hand in hand with integrity is honesty. Zia, how do we pronounce this one?
Honesty. This one is interesting because the H is silent. It's pronounced O-nos-T-S. The stress is on. Honesty means being truthful and sincere. It's about speaking the truth and not deceiving others.
The silent H catches a lot of people out. Honesty is crucial, especially in relationships, right? Even little white lies can erode trust over time. It's about building that foundation of truthfulness.
Absolutely. And emotionally intelligent people understand the impact of honesty, or lack thereof, on others' feelings and trust. It's about empathy for how your words affect someone. For spelling honesty, Honesty. Just remember that silent H at the beginning and the common ending for nouns derived from adjectives like honest becoming honesty.
All right, next up we have generosity. This is a personal favorite. How do we say it, Zia?
Generosity. The stress here is on the Ross syllable. Generosity is about being kind, unselfish, and willing to give or share. It's not just about money. It's about giving your time, your attention, your empathy.
Oh, absolutely. I think about my friend who, instead of just sending flowers when I was having a tough time, actually cooked me meals for a week. That was true generosity, giving her precious time and effort. It felt so much more meaningful.
That's a beautiful example, Jane. It shows understanding of needs, which is a facet of emotional intelligence. Being generous often means being aware of others' situations and responding with kindness. For spelling generosity, Generosity. Notice it comes from generous, and again we have that irity suffix indicating a quality or state.
Next up, a trait I think many of us aspire to but sometimes find challenging: courage. How's that pronounced?
Courage. Courage. The stress is on the first syllable. It means the ability to do something that frightens one. Bravery. But it's not just about grand heroic acts. It's often about small everyday acts of bravery.
That's so true, like having the courage to admit when you're wrong, or to speak up for someone who can't speak for themselves, or even just trying something new that pushes you out of your comfort zone, like public speaking.
Exactly. Emotional courage is about acknowledging fear and acting despite it. It's also linked to self-confidence and resilience. When it comes to spelling courage, Courage. A common mistake is to forget the U after the O or to swap age for G at the end. Think of our age inside courage for a quick memory trick.
Okay, that's a good one. Next on our list is responsibility. This feels like a big one, doesn't it?
It really is. Responsibility. Responsibility. The stress is on the bil syllable. Responsibility means having a duty to deal with something or of having control over someone. It's about taking ownership of your actions, commitments, and their consequences.
I think about project deadlines at work, or even just taking care of your pets. If you commit to something, you follow through. It's about being reliable. And I think emotionally intelligent people understand the impact their actions have on others and take responsibility for them, right?
Absolutely. It's about accountability and understanding your role within a system or relationship. It's seeing the ripple effect of your choices. For spelling responsibility, Responsibility. It's a long one. Break it down, response, and then ability, which is another common suffix for nouns related to ability or capacity. Often, people might confuse the I's and E's, so remember it's responsibility.
That's a helpful breakdown. Now for a trait that can truly transform your outlook, gratitude. How's that said?
Gratitude. The stress is on the first syllable. Gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. It's about recognizing the good in your life, big or small.
I've heard so much about gratitude journals lately. Just taking a few minutes each day to write down things you're grateful for, it really shifts your perspective. Even on a bad day, there's always something to be thankful for, right?
It's a powerful practice, and it's incredibly linked to emotional intelligence because it helps regulate your emotions, fostering positivity and resilience. It can even improve your relationships by making others feel seen and appreciated. For spelling gratitude, Gratitude, it has a tude ending, like attitude. Don't forget that final A.
Fantastic. And finally, a trait that feels like it encompasses so many others, wisdom. Zia, tell us about this one.
Wisdom, Wisdom. Simple, clean, stress on the first syllable. Wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. It's not just about knowing a lot of facts. It's about understanding how to use that knowledge effectively and discerningly.
So it's like applying what you know to real-life situations. My grandmother, she always says, knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. That always makes me laugh, but it perfectly illustrates the difference.
That's brilliant, Jane. That's exactly it. Wisdom is the practical application of knowledge and experience, often gained through reflection and learning from mistakes. Emotionally intelligent people often cultivate wisdom through self-reflection, empathy, and social awareness, allowing them to make better decisions and navigate complex situations. For spelling wisdom, Wisdom. It's pretty straightforward, but just remember that dom-ding, like kingdom or freedom.
Wow, Zia, we covered a lot today. Integrity, honesty, generosity, courage, responsibility, gratitude, and wisdom. 7 powerful traits, each one a pillar in building strong character and enhancing our emotional intelligence.
They really are, and it's not about being perfect in all of them all the time. It's about consciously striving to cultivate these qualities, acknowledging when we fall short and learning from it. That's growth, that's character building in action.
And remember, building emotional intelligence, as we discussed in episode 4, is about understanding and managing your own emotions and recognizing and influencing the emotions of others. These positive traits are the tools that help us do just that, allowing us to interact more genuinely, effectively, and kindly with the world.
Absolutely. Think about which of these traits resonates most with you today. Which one do you want to focus on developing this week? Maybe it's expressing more gratitude or taking a small courageous step.
Exactly. Even tiny shifts make a difference. So, thank you so much for joining us on this journey of character building. We hope you found these explanations, pronunciations, and spelling tips helpful. It's all part of growing, both intellectually and personally.
Remember to practice these words both in your vocabulary and in your daily life. It's a continuous process. Until next time, stay well, stay wise, and keep building that amazing character.
Bye, everyone. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Hello, you're tuned in to Word Power, the podcast where we learn new English words every day.